All right, today we are going to fix the little water spigot here. When you turn it on, water sprays from everywhere. So we're gonna try to fix that. So I got a couple things prepped already. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm farting around with this camera mount. Okay. Let me show you what I got. So I went to the local hardware store. I picked up a new little adapter thing there, and then I picked up a sleeve of these seals, and then I also have a big pair of channel locks. Actually, you know what? Let me grab our vice grips out of our kit. Okay, sorry about that. broke the number one rule of the toolkit, which is put everything back. These were on my workbench, so they weren't where they were supposed to be. Anyways, so take this off. Those little seals go in here. There's probably one in here too. So let's see if we can get it off with these spikes. If not, we'll use the pliers, but I think we're going to do it with the pliers. Now, I'm doing it on the threads, which I wouldn't recommend, but because I'm not going to be reusing this, I'll go ahead and do it on the threads anyways. So, lefty loosey, righty tighty. You can see how corroded and dirty it is. And let's pull this out. I'll show you just what we were working with here. I don't want this thing to snap off on me. Oh well. I'll fart around with that later. There's the diffuser. Ooh, that's a good point. That other one don't have one, but the hose does. Anyways, you can see this seal's all kind of chewed up and whatnot. So let me add the other one back to it. Get my utility knife to cut off these zip ties real quick. Okay, so just pop one of these seals off. Pretty easy to remove. Put it inside there. And then you don't have to be super accurate with the seal. You just want to make sure it's not all tangled up or whatnot when you put it in. Because when you thread it down, it'll tighten itself up. Or seat itself. Okay, so This one I'm doing on these little knobs here. Is this too small? This might be too small. I checked it on a hose though. And I think it's right. Huh? Yeah, it fits here. It's right there. Should fit on this. Let's see. Then one of the things I guess I could do is I could wrap this with Teflon. Actually, you know what? I've got Teflon in my toolbox. This was left over from the shower faucet. Probably ain't gonna help my issue of being too small. Huh? This is one of those things, like I'll get caught up in doing something like this before dinner or something. Get sidetracked and then my wife will be yelling for me. I don't know why this isn't going. Looks like it's starting on there. It almost feels a little too small. Let's, the seal's even a little too small. Let's try this. I want to just change the seal. Off this one. Put this one in. I got the Teflon wrapped up in it. Of course, I chewed the threads up just a little bit with the teeth of the vice grips, but I'll save this fitting for something else. But hopefully this works. I used to have a wall here, right here, and they had some little hose that came out, flanged through the wall. Or no. They had a hose to this hooked to a spigot that went through the wall. So if you turn the water on there, nothing happens unless you have the water here on. But the thing leaked everywhere, so you wouldn't have the water on here because it was spraying water everywhere. So it was crazy. All right, let's see what we did. Okay, that's clearly not the issue. So what we're gonna do is get rid of this whole thing, please, because it's coming out of these holes right here. So that leads me to think maybe that diffuser's bad or something. The aerator. So we'll just take it off. I don't really know why it's on. Let me refresh our Teflon. Probably add it on for the diffuser and whatnot, or the aerator. because the water's so hard here. Which actually my wife's talking about getting a water softener system, so in the near future I'll be installing one of those. We had one in our last house, and we liked it. See, that seems a little too small too. Maybe that's why this piece was on there. We'll see. I might have to go back to the hardware store. Nah, there we go. It's just tight. So yeah, I don't know why that piece was on there, but it did have the little aerator on it. So that's probably what they were having it for. Alright, let's see what we got. There we go. No spray. So, perfect. I mean, in this case, the solution was to remove something. I added the Teflon, which I don't think was really needed, and took that other piece off. So, you know, pretty simple little fix. Took minutes total. Would have been less if I wouldn't have tried to put that piece back on. But all right, well, anyways, thank you for your time, and I look forward to the next one. I got one for the washer hookup. The hot water's leaking, so hopefully I can replace the stem inside there. If not, I have to replace the whole valve body, but that'll be probably tomorrow because the store is closing. All right, thank you, and thank you for your time.